KSI! I didn't even really want to talk about this conversation, to be honest with you. I had no real plan to have the conversation that we're about to have right now. But since everybody's dropping their little 1-2 piece or 1-2 cents, or whatever people want to call it, I was like, you know what? Say nothing. Let me chime in on this one. So KSI was on a Sideman Sunday thing. And he basically said the word am I allowed to say it? I don't even know. Anyway, he said the P word, P-A-K-I, in a game. Everybody laughed after he used the term, and then obviously it's a racial term towards South Asian. So the conversation that's been going on is basically the ignorance of the fact that everybody laughed, and then they also didn't even think there was anything wrong to actually post that comment that he made. We all know it wasn't intent with any form of um, like malicious. There was no malicious intent. However, he used a term that is being used a lot of times to basically racially either abuse South Asian, describe an Asian man, etc., etc. Um, it's not just the Pakistanis that has to deal with the word P-A-K-I. I was talking to a friend the other day, and they used to call the corner shop P-A-K shop. You know what I'm saying? P-A-K-I shop, like the P shop. Let's say the P shop. I just think it's interesting that my sense is, to be honest, I don't really care enough about the whole Sideman thing and why they posted it. Victor as well, being a South Asian, I mean, it's a debate there as to why he was laughing, but that's a conversation that I feel like he should have with his people. Then, personally, I just think it's good that the conversation has come out. I believe it's a conversation that needs to come out. I think it's very good that the conversation is being had, because when I was growing up in school, it was very normal to call my brethren a P word. Now, when I say calling him a P word, we weren't really trying to bully man by saying that, but we would just be like, oh yeah, that's my P. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh yo, what's up, my P? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, if you got mad at a South Asian, you might drop the P word in there, but it's never been treated the same as the N word. Now, I kept seeing a lot of people coming out like, how would you feel if we dropped the N bomb? We're all getting like, I mean, yeah, I get it. Again, I don't know if I would compare the two words. I don't really know the P words history, so I'm not gonna be sitting here and saying, "Yo, bro, like we ain't the same." I don't really know. I just think it's very good that we're having this conversation, because the P word was very normal back in the day, very very normal. It wasn't a taboo thing. Like, you people were dropping that P word like it was easy peasy, and to be fair, a lot of your Asians accepted it as well. Um, but again, not everyone wants to hear it. So like, even though some accepted it, some probably accepted it because they was too afraid to maybe even speak out about it, talk about what it feels, how it feels to be called something. We go through with the N word, so I get it. I'm not even gonna hate, but yeah, man, that's literally all I gotta say. Like, I'm enjoying seeing a conversation. Everybody's coming out and talking about. Obviously, KSI said an apology, weak ass apology, in my opinion. Listen, it's a forced apology. When you're at the status of KSI, you're forced to do these things. I will say this though, and this is the only thing I'm gonna say when it comes to KSI. He's not really meant to be your role model. Like I don't look at KSI as a role model for the kids. Um, if you look at his history of content, they've always been fairly controversial. The Sidemen have always been fairly controversial. Harry from the Sidemen has always made borderline disrespectful jokes that I feel like I still don't understand when no one picks up on it. My guy will make suicide bombing jokes. Like that nigga would talk about hella crazy shit. But KSI does it, and everybody has a thing to say. So I don't know. I personally don't look at the Sidemen as like the voice of the streets, the voice of the kids, the voice of reason. Like, we need to. I know we put these niggas on a pedestal, but come on. Sometimes we need to look at who we actually looking at. Like, are we really looking to KSI, dog? Like, come on, like for real, KS, goddamn, man. Like, bro, like, look at who you're looking at. That's all I'm gonna say. That's what I'm gonna say about that. You know what I'm saying? He shouldn't have used that word. But in terms of like, bro, sometimes we need to look at who we're really holding to a pedestal. I know KSI is a famous person. He's got a lot of people that look up to him, watches his content, etc., etc. But Anyway, KSI was in Bradford in the masjid as well. So forced. Masjid. Like, he's in a mosque. Okay. He then does a video with one of the imams in some bloody like an outfit. I think one of the merchants, and that's like, bro, it's all forced. It's so forced. Like, man, them out they celebrating like I don't know. That's between you, man. But KSI in the use of the P word and apology, how do you man feel about it? I ain't even gonna play the apology because I just don't care. I ain't gonna lie to you. The apology wasn't even that good. Like, it's a standard apology. He apologized twice. Once on, I think he did a tweet or some shit, and then I'm guessing he posted on Instagram as well, and then one video. Like, I just don't care. But yeah, shout out to KSI for coming up with the apology, going to the mosque. But listen, this is a PR stunt. This is what they got to do. He's got to do. He's got to do to be able to come back and be in the front of the screen. We will all forget about this in like a week's time, that we do everything else, and then move on. He'll be back on probably next Sunday, Simon Sunday. They might even take a break this weekend, come back the weekend after, and then everybody will forget his shit even happened. So that's just how it streets are. So anyway, KSI use of the P word. Yeah, what do you guys think?